Hello everyone, so this is the first tutorial I make over Christmas break, and in this video I'm going to show you all how to use this equation right here. Now this one is, let me think, point-slope form. This equation is point-slope form, and it is another equation for a line. So y equals mx plus b, the last tutorial I did, was the other equation for the line, and probably the easiest equation for a line that you can use. So this one will pop up throughout your lives when you're using math. So I'm going to teach you this one because it's also taught in schools, and I can help you with that with a math test or math homework. It has to do with this equation. So first of all, I'm going to identify all of these things. So we have a y. We gotta remember the minus because that's very important. This minus right here is very important. Then we have a y1, I'll tell you what that is in a minute. We have an m. We have an x. Again, there's another important minus, x1. So, this y right here, this is just the y position. And that's really easy to know because it's just like in y equals mx plus b. It's the same sort of idea with the y and x here, this and this. So, the y1, so in this equation there's going to be a point, the x1 comma y1. So the 1 doesn't really matter. All it's saying is that it's the y point, so this point right here, you would insert it right here, and this point right here, you would put it right there. So this is the x position, this is y position. You do minus the y position and minus the x position here. This m right here is the slope. And again, slope is the rate of change of the line. So it's the change in y over the change in x. And there's popular thing that people use, rise over run. Because you can rise, like the y value, and then run x. So that's just a quick overview and review of this equation. So let's get into how to use it now. So when you're I'm going to explain how to graph it. So to graph it, I'm going to model this like a test. So it asks you, like, graph this line. Let's say we have the equation y minus 1 equals 2 times x minus 2. So this is a very simple equation, and I'm going to use this as an example for this test we have. So it's going to have coordinate plane. Now what we're going to have, I'm going to do a couple markings here. So we have 3 there, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, we can fit 4. We don't really need these other ones, but okay. So the first step, you're going to have to identify the point. So we have an x and we have a y. And we're going to have to know that. So a point on the line, and then we can graph the rest of it with the slope. So we know that we have a 1 here and a 2 here. That's the y and the x from the equation up here. We have the y1 and the x1. So the y1 is 1, so we're going to put a 1 here. So we know that we have a y position of 1 in this line. Now the x1 is 2. So the point we have is 2 comma 1. So right here, in between these two lines. And again, you guys can check out my Discord server if you have any questions about any of this. So just a quick note there. If you don't understand any of this, I can explain it to you on that server. So then the next step, now that we have our point, we just need to graph the slope. So again, the slope is the rate of change. So we need to start by converting that to a fraction, and then this is the change in y, and this is the change in x. So we need to go up 2 over 1, so that's another point. You can also go down to left 1, down to left 1. Then we just connect the dots and we have our line. So that's pretty simple example. I'm going to run through one more really quick. It'll be like 30 seconds. let's say we have y minus 2 equals, let's do 1/2, let's do fraction, times x plus 1. So, we need to identify the point. So for the x, again it's the opposite, so instead of plus 1, it's minus 1, so we have a negative 1 for the x, and then minus 2, we do the opposite, plus 2. So we have negative 1 comma 2. Negative 1 comma 2. So x is negative 1, y is 2. So it would be about there. Then the slope is 1/2. So we're going to go up 1 over 2. So it's going to be a line that looks sort of like that. It's kind of a very gradual thing. Now, normally in tests you would want to go like the up 2, or up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, and then graph that. But I just did that really quick as an example. So yeah, thank you all for watching this tutorial. If you have any other ideas for tutorials, remember, check out my Discord server, and I will make sure to make a video about those. And if you guys have any questions, just ask me on the Discord server, and I hope you all have an amazing Christmas. Hopefully this video will prepare you for any sort of tests you have with this equation next semester. See you guys.